Hello and welcome to Naivety Gaming. I'm your host Matt, and this is the 33rd week of Cheap Weekly Thrills. For those who don't know, Cheap Weekly Thrills is where I browse Steam and find games that have been released in this past week for $5 or less. And for this week, which today is Tuesday, May 15th, 2018, I initially started out with a game that I thought would have worked really well, that was really happy to try playing it, and unfortunately, this is one of the unfortunate times where it turns out that not all indie games that I've picked out have actually worked. I got to the title screen and it would crash. It would say UE4 fatal error, does not work. Crashed. You know, that kind of fun stuff. So, rather disappointedly, I had to reissue a refund and, you know, have to go through and figure out all that crap. But for this week, the game that I have actually chosen as my second choice is called SpeedJumper. And simply put, its description is, can you jump to the end? The developer and publisher is, I believe, Wyy Games, so it's Wyy Games. About this game, unfortunately doesn't have a little trailer to play in the background, so I'll just kind of read the description down below. About this game, SpeedJumper is a 2D, concise style arcade platformer with lots of unique and challenging levels. This game's rules are simple. Just jump, run, and get to the end. Collect all elixirs to show your mastery. Simple to learn one-button controls, hard to master levels that will test your muscle memory, concentration, and sanity. So its features are 90-plus handcrafted levels with minimalistic environments, 3 difficulty levels, insanely hard challenge levels, nice sounds, and easy to learn simple one-button controls. Thanks for playing and supporting this game. And we have a special promotion that ends the 18th, which I believe that is Friday, which means this game is currently 20% off, so rather than being about $2, it is actually $1.60. So not a huge kind of game that'll break your bank, but, you know, maybe something rather fun for your simplistic, minimalist platforming desires. So I'll give this game a couple of quick tests to make sure that it actually runs, unlike the other game that I chose this week, and I shall see you guys in just one moment. Hello and welcome to SpeedJumper, a minimalistic graphic game with just one button. So, turns out playing this game, and as you can tell already, it's kind of got like a World of Goo kind of art style where it's silhouettes and whatnot. I would say it's inaccurately described as minimalist graphics, because minimalist traditionally means just like basic shapes and whatnot, but that's just me being critic already, and I should probably just stop talking. So we've got sets of levels, beginning, evolutions, and experienced. So you can choose sub-levels within there from the levels that you have already played. And let us just move on with the game. So this game only does have one button, and it is your spacebar. So it's got some kind of techno EDM-like soundtrack in the background. And you are what appears to be some happy punk little-looking kid running through a weird forest with weird kind of one-eyed monsters and whatnot. And you're collecting these elixirs. And let me tell you, for a game that is only $1.60, you know, this is kind of this is the epitome of cheap weekly thrills. Not so many games are supposed to be these hugely, incredibly well-developed games that they're just, I wouldn't say stupid, but just little simplistic passion projects. You know, these are the type of games that you say, you know, I've got a couple extra bucks to spend this week. I'm looking for something really, you know, different, unique, really simplistic, just kind of get my mind off of things for the week and whatnot. And I believe SpeedJumper is kind of one of the games that I would probably recommend immediately off the bat. I mean, it's straight to the point. It's you have one button, and it's pretty... I wouldn't say that it takes a whole lot of brain power to complete these kind of levels, that it's just kind of one of those brain-dead kind of playing games. And also, I guess it's got a pretty good amount of replay value, just from the standpoint that, just trying to jump through and collect these elixirs, I'm noticing that I'm actually jumping a little bit too late, so I'm actually jumping over some of these elixirs and missing them completely. So I'm curious that, you know, that maybe I can try these levels again if I'm really, really looking to get those 100% completion points on grabbing all these elixirs and whatnot. And, yeah, we're just kind of jumping through, avoiding spikes and going over platforms and listening to good music. Jumping up these little bouncy platforms now. Hopefully missing all these enemies, which, that was unfortunate that I hit him there. So let me try that again to see if I can beat this level. I can't remember which level we're on. It's either 1.6 or 1.7 at this point. So let me just kind of play through a little bit more, see if I can complete this level. Come on, come on, come on. I did it. Oh, crap. I did not do that one. I'll give this one more test run. Why did I jump there of all places? And yeah. I don't think I'll play any more levels after this one so I don't spoil, excuse me, I can't even speak properly today. So I don't spoil any more levels for you guys in the future if you guys actually are very interested in this kind of game. Or if you are not, which is totally fine by my... Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine to have differing opinions. So that game was probably the quickest cheap weekly thrill I've ever recorded in my life. This game is called SpeedJumper, where it is a silhouette, quote-unquote minimalistic styled graphic game where you're platforming across many different platforms, collecting elixirs, and hopefully avoiding enemies that you may cross paths with. And, yeah. I quite like it. It's $1.60 for the moment being, so I definitely check it out if you guys are looking for something kind of mindless, just hitting one button, maybe texting your friends or whatever while doing it. It doesn't really matter because it's kind of a cheap game and it gives you a weekly thrill, I suppose. As I'm trying to force my video series title into the explanation of the game. Anywho. If you guys liked or enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe. We could always use a couple more subscribers around these parts. And if you picked up this game or maybe another game, make sure you comment down below just to let us know what your opinions are of these games. And like I said, if you picked up another game, please comment it down below. We'd love to see what you guys are playing. So, my name is Matt, and that was the 33rd week of Cheap Weekly Thrills. If you guys enjoyed this content, maybe we'll see you guys next week in the 34th week. We'll find some other amazingly well-done games by some small, unknown developers. So, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye!